Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my homeschool room. We just got back from vacation and we're still putting away both vacation and Christmas, and where I usually film is like the central hub of laundry, Christmas decoration, organization, so it's just not a filmable location right now. Anywho, welcome back to my channel. If you have been here for a while, then you would have noticed that last week I brought back an old favorite series, which is a monthly meal plan with me series. And this week I'm bringing back another favorite. It is a monthly goals video. So I started these monthly goals videos years ago, 5 or 6 years ago on this channel. And I did them for a few years, then I took a break, and then I've decided, and you guys have also requested, that I bring them back. And so monthly goals are just really helpful for me. If you remember the series in the past, I would share one goal or area that I'm kind of like turning my heart and turning my sights toward in my home for homemaking, homeschooling, a personal goal, and what was the other one? Homeschooling, homemaking, personal, and parenting. So I'm still doing those categories, but I'm also bringing in a few more categories that are maybe a little more personal, like a faith goal, kind of what I'm praying for this month, what I'm reading through this month, things like that. So if you are interested in hearing a chatty update on my life, what my goals are for the month of January, then give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned. All right, here we go, guys. I'm gonna jump right into it. The reason that I decided to bring this series back is because to me, 2024 was a necessary fresh start in so many ways. 2023 was a difficult year for me. We lost my mother. Personally, I lost some things. It's just been it was a tough year. With the loss of my mom came new responsibility for me as far as my family and extended family goes. And we also added a lot more into our lives with my daughter being in high school now, and what that has brought to our family dynamic with her extracurriculars and things like that. We have our boys have some new interests and things, and so our schedule's different, our lives look different, and I have more responsibility. On top of that, John has continued to grow his family business, and so this year is the beginning as of January of something new for him with that business, new responsibility as his business partner starts toward retirement. And so it's just been a necessary changing of the calendar, fresh start. And so I usually pick a word and a verse for the year. And this year, instead of like choosing a word or choosing a verse, I just decided that we're just gonna stick with the idea of a fresh start for now. If a word or verse comes to mind, I have had a few ideas, but nothing that has stuck yet. I feel depleted from last year. I feel just a desire to get back to the basics with the Lord, a desire to refocus on what's important, to kind of reevaluate where my priorities should lie as far as ministry to my family and to my home first, and what that looks like now, because like I said, it's changed. My responsibilities have changed, and my just my desire to minister to also my extended family has been added to the mix. And so just a reevaluation was necessary, and I feel like I kind of bumped through the end of 2023 just really tired and needing to let go of some things and needing to pick up what the Lord has placed in my lap. And so all that to say, I know that was like a lot of fruity wording and nothing specific. I needed the calendar to change. I needed a fresh start. I needed like a new get up and go. And so goals are something that I love doing. I like taking larger goals and breaking them down into bite-sized pieces. And so that's what my monthly goals videos were and will continue to be. I just needed a couple years off of sharing every month because some of it is very repetitive, and so I didn't want to bore you guys. So the areas that I'm going to be sharing throughout this year are my homeschooling goals, homemaking goals, personal goals, fitness goals. This is a new one. What my parenting goal is for the month, just kind of like not necessarily like a parenting goal, like something to accomplish, but what I'm going to be asking for the Lord's divine intervention for as a parent, a faith goal, what I'm wanting to read this month, and what I'm praying for specifically this month. On Instagram, oftentimes I'll ask what your guys' prayer requests were, and I'll get a lot of questions back, like, what are you praying for? How can we pray for you? So I thought I would share that with you guys. So first things first, homeschooling goal. My goal for the month of January is to fit in at least 2 coffee dates with my middle and high schoolers. Now this is something that I wanted to start at the beginning of the school year more consistently, but then my daughter made the cheer team shortly after I made my schedule for the year, and her football games were on Fridays, and so Fridays were, and they're also her and my other daughter's solo practices for dance, and so Fridays became very busy, but now everything's calmed down, and I'm looking forward to adding that back in more consistently. And just with getting back from a long trip and a break, Christmas break and things, I know that if I want to start strong, I need to make sure I get at least 2 of those coffee dates in this month. And so 2 days this month, I would like to steal my older ones away with their independent work, their Bible studies, the books that we're reading through together, their logic, and just go to a coffee shop and just tuck away in a corner and do some of that work for a few hours. My elementary kids are usually done by lunchtime, so in the afternoon, it's a great time to steal them away for some coffee. It's something that we all have enjoyed, and I would like to work that in more consistently in the spring semester. Plus, our favorite little coffee shop just released a really great winter lineup, like coconut cream latte. What else do they have? A butterscotch latte. So I have, you know, lots of reasons that I want to get to the coffee shop with them twice this month. So check back in February's video for some accountability on that one. My homemaking goal, it's January, which means it's my annual closet purge. I need to get the kids' closets gone through. We don't have a lot of cold days here in South Florida, but when we do is when I realize that we have no long sleeve shirts or long pants that fit them, and therefore all of their long sleeve shirts and pants are taking up tons of space. And you know, they got some new goodies for Christmas. We need to get rid of some things that they no longer play with and stuff like that. So our closets need to be purged, as well as my refrigerator and our deep freezer. I need to go through and reorganize. So there's that. Here's my dog. He's a little crazy right now. Okay, so then this is kind of funny. My personal goal, even though I just mentioned the coffee shop, is to scale back on my coffee consumption, but not like cut it out completely. I can do a cup or 2 a day, as long as it's not 2 cups every day. So I can do an afternoon latte with the kids. You know, I can do that a couple times a week. I cannot do that much caffeine. And usually in November, when things start to pick up, all the way through Christmas, there is so much coffee consumption for me that I don't even know if I'm drinking more water or coffee. It's bananas. And also at that same time of year, I'm like, I have so much anxiety. I cannot breathe. I feel like I'm breathing through a straw. And I just got to that point a couple weeks ago, and John was like, yeah, you're probably drinking a little too much coffee. And I can definitely confirm that. So coffee, it doesn't serve me that well. I love it. I love the taste of it. I love to make a fun coffee, but it does not keep me awake. It keeps my mind really active, but it does not give me any energy. And so really it just keeps me up at night and doesn't do anything great for me. So I need to scale it back a little bit to where it's a fun little pick me up in the morning, but not to where I'm dependent on it and consuming like 4 cups a day, because that is not great for my body or my mind. So I'm gonna start working on cutting that coffee back and replacing it with water, kombucha, you know. My fitness goal, which I said was a new thing, in so many ways, like I mentioned, last year was just difficult, and my personal Bible time struggled. Like I was doing catch up like every 2 or 3 days for a couple days worth of reading instead of being consistent. And same for obviously my health and fitness. You add in grief, multiple layers of grief on top of hormones, which was, you know, just another thing we dealt with last year, on top of, you know, just responsibilities and exhaustion. I had a really hard time with my own fitness journey last year, and so that's why I said I'm not holding anything against myself. Last year was a difficult year, but I'm ready for a fresh start. And instead of trying to like start where I was you know, or kind of pick up where I left off. I'm just kind of beginning again and giving myself grace for my age, my season of life, and what we've been going through. So my fitness journey, I've been back on the Peloton. I have broken my foot and I wasn't able to do that or run. So that's fine. I'm always good on like lower body, cardio, all that, but I would like to add in 2 days a week of upper body and core work again, which is something I'm doing when I'm doing things well. And so I would like to start bringing that back in. So 2 days a week of that on top of what I'm already doing. My parenting goal is to pray for the Lord's help with giving gentle answers. Just a busy season of life. I've become very like not reactive in a yelling, screaming way, but just reactive in a more dismissive way. Like, yeah, I said that, yeah, go do that. And I just know from experience that that means my heart is not in a great place. And so I am just asking for the Lord to reveal to me ways that I can give a soft response, a gentle answer, and just love my kids well through my mind being very busy. My faith goal is to keep up with the Bible recap in my CBS homework in the mornings. I've never been like it has to be before 6 a.m. kind of Bible girl. I kind of listen to and read things all day long. However, this morning was a great example for me. I got out of bed and within the first 10 minutes I was working on a grocery order. I was picking up the baby and starting to clean things up and working on laundry, and I was like, this is too much noise. I have not even had any like prayer time, Bible time yet, and there's already so much going on. As a mom, I have so much I can be doing at all times, and so there's never a perfect time. So I'd like to just keep up with that first thing in the morning versus trying to do it later in the day. And then something I'm reading this month, I pre-ordered, I think it's called Michael's Gentle Wife. It's supposed to be here this week. It's a Karen Andriola book, and I, love her books. I've read Mother Culture, Pocket Full of Pine Cones. So I was excited about this one. It's like a family love story. It's not necessarily like a homeschooling book. And I just love a positive book that has a purpose. And so I'm excited to read it. It is a fiction book. It's not like a self-help kind of book. And I'm ready to read like a nice, clean, upbeat, positive story about a family who loves the Lord and love each other. I just think that's a great idea for a book. And so I'm reading that. I'm going to read that when it gets here. And then my prayer, something that I'm really just been kind of struggling with in prayer and will be taking to the Lord as often as I can this month, and I would love prayer for it from you guys if you're willing, is for one of my kids has an autoimmune disease, and we have been treating it in various ways using holistic help, and we've just gotten to the point where we need to start treating it medically, kind of like linking arms with some holistic and some medical, and it's been a struggle. It felt like defeat, although it's actually brought a lot of joy to be working with a great team. I've realized that for a couple of these last few years, I've been holding us back from something good out of fear. And so we've been walking through this for about 6 months now, and it's been a lot of stomach aches from me of just like, oh no, like, are we making the right choice? I think anytime you have a kid and you're using, just things that are completely new to you and you're making medical decisions that are overwhelming, it's difficult and you doubt yourself, but I keep being reminded that the Lord led us to a great team, and I'm trusting Him and His provision for this child and for us. And we have a surgery coming up that I'm actually hopeful about. It's something that I've wanted to do. I just, it's still not easy. So I'm looking forward to hopefully a great result from that. But with surgery come other just concerns, of course. So if you can be in prayer for our family and for my heart, for my child, as we walk this road this month, that would be wonderful. And then just continued prayers as we kind of find the right treatment plans and find the right, happy medium between the way we would love to do things if it were a perfect world, and what is medically necessary. So anyway, those are my goals for the month of January. Check back in February to see how I did with those and to see what else I have on the agenda with the same categories next month. Let me know in the comments down below what some of your personal goals are for the month of January. And if you have any prayer requests that you'd like to share publicly, leave those in the comments down below. Otherwise, I share, I ask for prayer requests on Instagram anonymously every couple Fridays over there. So if you follow me over there, you can share that as well. And I look forward to sharing goals with you guys once again. It's been fun to kind of write them all out again and get ready to share them with you. So thanks for sticking through this video. Thanks for your support and prayer, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.